Okay, if you've made it this far, congratulations. We're going to start looking at the final step in our algebra series, looking at solving equations with variables on both sides of the equal sign. We're going to take a look at a couple examples, break it down for you, and see where we can get for it. Okay, I'm going to write down the equation to show you what I'm talking about. So for example, as an easy one, let's start with this. We have 8x equals 4x minus 2. I'm going to draw my line down the middle, right? It's an easy first step we can always take. Now, I have an x on both sides. If I try to move this 2, if I add 2, I just end up with another equation and doesn't really help. We want the x's to be by themselves, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the two terms with an x in them, and they are 8x and 4x. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick the smaller of the two. Which one's smaller, 8 or 4? 4 is smaller. Because 4 is smaller, we're going to move it by using our opposite operations. Hidden here in front of this 4 is a plus, right? We know it's a positive number. So what we can do is subtract it from that side. So I'm going to show that here by saying minus 4x on both sides. All right. What this is doing is it's bringing all of our variables on one side together. Just like with any other number we've been using, the way we move it around is by using opposite operations. But we can do that now with our variables too. There are 4x's, so I'm taking away 4x's from both sides. 8x minus 4x leaves us with just 4x, and what's left here is negative 2. And now we have just the one variable we can solve from here. Do our final step, divide both sides by 4, and that's going to give us x is equal to negative 2 divided by 4 is a half, negative 1/2. Okay. If we double check our work, 8 times negative a half is negative 4. 4 times negative half is negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. So it works. We put a box around our answer, and there we go. Okay. That was a quick one. Let's try another one really quick. Let's see if you remember some of the steps. Here we have 7x plus 5 is equal to 8x minus 4. Just like before, we're going to draw our line, and then we're going to determine which x term is smaller. Is it 7x or is it 8x? Well, which one's bigger? Yeah, 8's bigger, 7's smaller. We can move the 7. Is it a positive number? Yes. So we're going to subtract. Okay. Boom. 7x minus 7x gone. We still have a 5 here. 8x minus 7x is 1x. Remember, I don't need to write that 1 there. It's implied. Minus 4. 5 equals x minus 4. This is an equation that we can solve really easy. Okay? This is not. Right? Maybe you can see it. I've had students that can literally look at it and be like, oh yeah, I know the answer. But combining our terms, putting all the x's on one side is going to make our life so much easier. To continue to solve, we're going to use our opposite operation. What is the opposite of minus 4? Plus 4. So that makes 9 is equal to x. Okay. Okay. Starting to get a little bit. All right, let's try another one. Okay. This one. 5x plus 11 equals 3x plus 7. So if you haven't been by now writing these down, following along, I'm going to give you a second, or you can pause, to write down this equation in your notebook. Okay. As you're doing that, We can draw our line down the middle. And then we need to see which one can we move. We've got two x terms, we've got 5x, and we've got 3x. Which one can we move? That's right, we can move the smaller one, right? We can move the 3x. So I'm going to take away 3x from both sides. What's that going to leave me with? 5x minus 3x is 2x plus 11 equals 7. Two x plus 11 equals 7. What's our next step here? I'm going to subtract 11 from both sides. So I would like you to do that as well. That leaves us with 2x equals, what is 7 minus 11? It's negative 4. Okay. 2x equals negative 4. Last step, this is 2 times. So what are we going to do? What's our last step? Divide. X equals negative 2. Hope you've got that all copied down. Okay, we're going to do our last one. Our last example is a little bit bigger, so I'm going to take my time with it, okay? Here we go. This time we're going to use pretty much all the things we've learned so far in this unit around distributive property, combining like terms, and now variables on both sides. So here's the equation. I'm going to write it all the way at the top, nice and big. 7 times 4x plus 2 equals 20x minus 50. Okay, so there's our equation. Write this down. Okay, we've got our parentheses here. We've got variables on both sides. We've got 20x here. We've got this 4x here. Inside the parentheses, let's break it down step by step. When I have a number outside of my parentheses, I want to multiply everything inside by that number. If you watched my previous video, you saw that there was sometimes a shortcut where you take the number outside and see if it divides into those numbers. It does not, so we can't straight divide. We have to use the distributive property first. So let's draw our line and start writing out our steps. 7 times 4x makes 28x. 7 times 2 is 14. This is equal to, this side doesn't change, 20x minus 50. Okay. Which one's smaller? 28x or 20x? 20x is smaller. So we're going to subtract it from both sides. $28x minus 20x is 8x. This 14 is still here. These x's are all gone. That's why we subtracted them. And we're left with this negative 50. What's my next step? I've got 8 times x plus 14. I need to undo the plus first. So I say minus 14 on both sides. That leaves me with 8x equals negative 64. Running out of space on the board, huh? One more step. Divide by 8. Negative 64 divided by 8 is negative 8. Okay. So that is the whole story. Okay. We're going to keep practicing problems like this. This is the end goal. If you can do this, you are good to go. When we get to systems of equations, you're going to be like, psh, easy peasy. So, if you're still having trouble with this, let's keep practicing. Check out the other videos. Try out the practice problems. You got this. Stay smart. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.